when we talk about the commercial side, a corporate client, give me Chrysler, for example, I know is a client. Give me an example of how Chrysler's using Palantir's technology right now.
So you have a problem when you're building any kind of motor or doing any kind of drilling. So we're well known in the industrial drilling context, in the flight context, in the automotive context, although we don't talk about that much publicly. But you have essentially a massive amount of data, but it's very hard to figure out or predict which part is likely to break under which conditions in a motor. And knowing that is the difference between making a lot of money or much more money than your competitors or much less money than your competitors. Because the parts have different costs. So one part of a typical case in a plane or in a car would be one part costs 2 cents, one part costs $1,000. If you can predict that replacing the part that costs 2 cents every 2 months instead of 5 months saves you the $1,000, you have a massive market advantage and a safety advantage. But these things actually have to be done on the line as well. So you need a product that interfaces with everyone in the company, the CEO, the managers, but also the auto workers. That has an engine that can power that, and then a front end that they can work with intuitively. And the thing that's very special here that actually we're very much driving is, I believe Silicon Valley is creating innovation without jobs, and it's really hurting our world. And what's very special about Foundry is that it creates innovation with jobs. So the factory worker, there's 1,500 people at Chrysler using our product. 1,500 people who are technical, but they're not PhDs in computer science or math. At Airbus, we have 5,000 workers using our product. Now, maybe I'm just going back to my old philosophical days, but what's made this company special is not that we're secretive. It's not that we're an enterprise software. It's that we've been very focused on fighting terrorism with data protection, and what we're recently now very focused on as well is innovation with jobs. Now, why should we care? Well, because if you don't have jobs, you're not going to have democracy. And I think, obviously we were born in Silicon Valley and we're of Silicon Valley in some ways, but this movement towards innovation with no jobs is really hurting our society. And it's bad for companies, it's bad for our country, it's bad for our partners. And what's made our product successful is when we find a convergence between philosophical, moral, and technical things, and we bring it together. And that's actually been the secret of PG, or our government product. It wasn't about making money. Sure, we're a business. We like making money. It was about how can we make sure the special operator comes home with legs. And that really is motivating. And so, on the commercial side, really finding something where workers can use the product. And once the worker starts using the product, they're really valuable. Because the worker on the front line can begin to do something that heretofore that no worker could do. Actually, a computer alone can't do it, because the computer, it's a factorial problem. Computers are not capable of actually doing this yet. Maybe they will be in 10 years, but by then the worker will be so good that maybe they're irreplaceable.